Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
If you watch my channel enough, you know I am a sucker for music-related beers. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from Cleveland. And today I've got another music-related beer. So, before I went on my cruise, I saw Rozi's post on their socials about this peanut butter and jealous beer, and I had to go have it. So I bought it. And when I was in the store, I also saw this beer right here. Imperial smells like bean spirit vanilla. And if you don't get the reference, Smells Like Teen Spirit was a famous Nirvana song from the 90s. And I saw this, and that is a play on the cover of, I believe it was Nevermind from Nirvana. Now, when Nirvana first came out, I was super into dark, heavy metal and industrial, and wasn't a big fan of Nirvana. But they grew on me, and over the years, I've really grown to appreciate them and do truly like them now. And so it's super cool to see this Nirvana-inspired beer. Like I said, this is Imperial Smells Like Bean Spirit Vanilla. It's from Mikerphone Brewing, so I'll probably always buy Mikerphone beers just for that name alone. Out of Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Wherever in the world that is, I have no idea. Now let's see here on the can what it has to say. Again, it's super cool artwork. I really love this can. Even if this beer is garbage, this is like a really cool can. Mikerphone Brewing, 10.5% alcohol. This is going to be a big beer. Tugboat Coffee, breakfast stout ale with Vermont maple syrup, tugboat coffee, and vanilla. What else does it say on the can here? Brewed and canned at Mikerphone Brewing in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. As it's a stout, they don't generally put the IBUs on the can, but there are IBUs in stouts. Sometimes stouts can have quite high IBUs, surprisingly, but I don't see any listed on the can. And unfortunately, there is no candle date anywhere to be found, but it is a stout, so it should still be really good. Stouts age quite well, and at 10.5% alcohol, even if this beer was 5 years old, it should probably still be good. Now, on Untapped, it said Tugboat Coffee Roasters Super Sumatra Mandeling Blend. And Mandeling is Mandheling. I don't know much about coffee. I do drink it, but I drink garbage from Starbucks because I travel a lot and Starbucks is consistent. It's not good coffee, but I know that I'm going to get the same thing no matter where I am in the world when I get a Starbucks. So I don't know much about the coffee or the coffee beans, but I'm sure it's some sort of crazy good coffee. And that coffee bean, they even have the little baby dick on the can, just like on the Nirvana album. So I did pay quite a bit of money for this can. $11.95 for a 1 pint can. That's getting up there in price. But Nirvana reference. Classic album. Can't turn that down. If you've never listened to that Nirvana album, Nevermind, go check it out. It is a brilliant album. I didn't like it when it came out, and it grew on me. I really appreciate it now. So let's get into this beer as I dip the price tag into the beer. That is just motor oil, as I expected. That is dark motor oil. Maybe give it a little bit of a hard pour. Just pouring that in. That looks like the motor oil that I drain out of my 98 Dodge with 220,000 miles on it. That's what comes out the bottom. And I'm already getting coffee. I'm already... Wow, look at that head. That poured a nice head that's really fizzy, turning into big bubbles and dissipating quickly. Very soda-like, but super fizzy, and just dissipating quickly as I talk. I wanted to start talking about the smell, but that head just caught my attention, and it's almost gone as I talk. So as I open this beer up, big coffee smell. I'm just getting tons and tons of coffee out of that. As I'm talking, I can still smell it. It just smells like nice coffee, like somebody just brewed a fresh pot of coffee. That smell when a fresh pot of coffee is brewing, I'm getting that this whole time I'm talking. That's like absolutely crazy. It's not just a whiff and it goes away. I can still smell the coffee. And that is black as midnight. I mean, I can see my reflection looking at this glass as I'm talking to you. I can see my reflection in this glass. That is dark, black, midnight, jet black, 40 plus. I mean, that is just ink black. Like I said, we talked about that head that just disappeared. I mean, it was a brown, chocolatey head that just disappeared. Man, I can't get over how much of like a coffee smell I'm getting. It's almost now starting to turn into like a maple coffee smell. I'm sitting here, beer's there. I can smell this. It's just like invading the room with this heavy, fresh coffee and starting to turn into almost some like sweet, I guess it's vanilla, mapley kind of smell. Just sitting here, not even close to the beer. That's mind blowing to me. I mean, that's wow, that's just very strong smell. Maybe I want to get a nose on it, but maybe I should do it like you do in chemistry class or whatever. Don't stick your nose close to it, just wave it to you. That smells like fresh coffee. Fresh coffee. Stick your nose in there. You get a little bit of the vanilla. But man, I'm just dumbfounded by how strong the fresh coffee scent is on this beer. I don't think I've ever had a beer where I could sit here this far away from it and still get wafts of a scent from the beer. And it really smells like somebody's brewing a pot of coffee near me with, like from this distance, I want to say a little bit of maple syrup because maybe that's like the alcohol coming through the coffee. And it's just mind-blowing. But then bringing it up here, it's just straight up coffee and vanilla. Like almost was it a macchiato or a latte or something? One of those kinds of drinks that has like the vanilla kind of flavoring in it or whatever. I mean, that's what it smells like up close. But just sitting here is just, I keep going on and on rambling on about the scent, but it's just mind-boggling to me like how much it smells like fresh coffee. That's just absurd to me. I mean, whew, wow. Again, 10.5% alcohol. When I stick my nose in it, down in it, I don't get the scent out of it. Now, I will say this beer, I've let it set out for a little while. Had it in the refrigerator for the last week and a half. And it's probably set out for at least an hour, if not a little longer, because I've recorded a couple other videos, especially videos about my cruise ship experience. Go check those out. Cheers, everybody. Really looking forward to this beer. Big, thick, heavy body. That's motor oil. Big body. You get a little hint of the booze, but it's not like a booze burn. You know, when you get drink some of these higher alcohol beers, and you get kind of that alcohol vapor in the nose and in the nostrils, you kind of get just a hint of that. It's just enough to know, hey, you're drinking a high ABV beer. But man. I'm surprised it doesn't taste as much like coffee as it smells. God, look at that. That's just used motor oil. I mean, like I said, that's the stuff that comes out of my 98 Dodge when I change the oil. I'm so surprised it's not huge coffee. But it's coffee, vanilla, and it's viscous, heavy-bodied, perfect body for a high ABV stout. And there's actually a little bit of bitterness to it. I wonder if I would love to know the IBUs on this, because it's bitter like bitter chocolate, but I'm not getting. You do get some faint chocolatey to it, but that's like the 90% plus cacao bitterness. I mean, I'm sure if you're watching my videos, you probably watched Beer Day with TK's videos. And I think we've talked about this one time in one of his videos or multiple videos. Probably told this story ad nauseum. But a long time ago, when TK first got his son his passport, him and I took his son up to Windsor, Canada to get his passport stamped as a celebration. Thought we'd do something nice for him. Thought it'd be cool. It's the middle of summer. We called it Dudes Week because his wife and daughters were gone. Go up to Canada, try to find like a bar brewery thing with cool food. Son hated it, was miserable, wilding out. So we leave. On the way back, we stop at duty free, buy him a chocolate bar. He's all happy. Weren't paying attention. Get across the border, he opens up the chocolate bar and about gagged on it. Started bitching and crying, and Tristan thought he was going to spit it out in my truck and make a mess of my truck. And we're like, come on, man, that's just a chocolate bar. You're being a baby. Him and I both take a piece of it, and it was so bitter, Tristan spit it out the side of the truck. It was super funny. But it was that super bitter, like cooking cacao, like 90% cacao chocolate. This has kind of that kind of bitterness to it. I mean, I don't know if that's caused by the hops or what it is, but you get that, and it's not a bad thing. It's brilliant in this beer. But you get that kind of like high cacao bitterness. You do get some great coffee notes, some vanilla. It's kind of syrupy, heavy-bodied. This is a stout. This is what a stout should be. This is what a coffee stout should be. This is amazing. I am super happy with this beer. This beer is two big horns up. $11.95 for a 10.5% alcohol beer, stout, maple vanilla stout, with this awesome Nirvana reference. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Mikerphone Brewing, you've knocked it out of the park. If you see this beer anywhere, buy it. Buy this beer. $12 is a great price for this beer. This is absolutely amazing. I hope you think my video is amazing. I know I've rambled on nonstop. You've probably tuned out by now. But if you haven't tuned out, I hope you think my video is amazing. This has been a big adventure. Love this beer. Love the can art. Embrace the adventure.